Welcome to Positivity with Poe. Hello, world, and welcome to Positivity with Poe. Woo! You know I gotta do that every week, every single week. I am your host, Ms. Poe B, and today we are live with episode 5. Making a plan with Bambalacha. Woo! I'm so excited to be back. We are continuing our male series. Okay, let's give another round of applause. Woo, woo, woo. All right, just a little baby clap for that. No, I'm joking. We're gonna do a big clap for our men. Last week we had actor Eternal Ruffin. He was on. He shared his story and pretty much how, as a man, he went through his healing journey. It's really hard, I feel like. Well, I'm not a man. I don't know, fellas. You got to let me know. It seems really hard to heal as a Black man in America, to kind of move away from what the stigma is for what a Black man should be, what he should live, how he should look, how he should treat people, and kind of just choose a route that is overall just healthy, you know. And I feel like we don't hear enough about the younger Black men our age, in our, you know, in our late 20s or early 30s, or at any age really, about, you know, how men go on their journey as well to choose a healthier lifestyle. And so today we're picking that up. We're continuing that. We are continuing with these special ingredients, my sugar biscuits, to bring you the best of the best biscuits. All right, the male biscuits, that is. Okay, because I'm the best female biscuit. Hello. Nah, I'm just joking. We're all great, my sugar biscuits. So when we get back at and when we get back after this commercial break, look, I'm so excited I can't talk right. We will have the owner of Bambalacha. Stay tuned.
What's up, y'all? This is your girl, Lene Monet, from the new podcast, Chicken Wings and Comedy Things. Our podcast is full of, well, chicken wings and comedy things. So if you like both, make sure you tune in every Thursday at 7 p.m. on Wild Radio. Go to www.wilduradio.net/shows and click on our logo. Follow us on Instagram at Chicken Wings and Comedy Things for updates and special announcements. See you there. Peace.
All right, world, welcome back. And today on Positivity with Poe, we have owner of Bambalacha. Woo! Hello, Mr. Bambalacha. I just like to say the name. I think the name is just so catchy. Like, it makes me want to.
It has to be. It has to be.
Well, Mr. Bambalacha, please let us know who you are. I mean, I know who you are. He's a great sugar biscuit, y'all. But tell the people who you are and what Bambalacha is.
So, Bambalacha started about 3 years ago. All right. So it started with me having like a love for nature. And I started noticing things, but the love started from, like, you know, pretty much nature walks, everything like that. And at the time, you know, I was going through something, a family issue, where we were battling cancer. And, you know, at that time I was adolescent, you know, I was young, but at the same time, I was still like trying to look at the difference between, like, where nature starts and how, like, me coming up in the city, where that, like, how does the conflict start, pretty much? Because what I was trying to understand was that, like, you know, I love living in the city, but, you know, I also love nature, but, you know, there was kind of a bar for getting what I wanted. And what I started realizing, you know, like, as, you know, a lot of us, I started smoking marijuana, you know what I'm saying? And after, you know, really getting into smoking marijuana, pretty much, understanding the culture of marijuana, you know, at first, pretty much doing it as a street thing, and then correlating it kind of to the person that in my family that we were going through the cancer bout, where we started using that instead of some of the Western medications that were, recommended. And I started just noticing like what it could do, and the fact that like it wasn't, weed. It was like an actual piece of nature that was helping something that, and my opinion, was made by Western society, cancer. And it was like pretty much like given to people that like, in my opinion, don't really deserve it. And, we could go all day about like the reasons of that. But what I saw was that nature brought us simplicity. And what I wanted to do with Bambalacha was like kind of showcase that. I wanted to showcase like the cultivation side that like I feel like our people have actually left. I feel like everybody can relate to it. And the thing is, self-sustainability is something that I'm looking at like, why do our people like not want to be with that? Why not be with that? If you want to actually sustain yourself and not actually lean on something like the government, why not get like self-sustained? Because there's nothing wrong with like actually leaning on yourself.
Right.
Because that's honestly in our souls.
Mm-hmm.
Our ancestors did that.
Mm-hmm.
So my thing is, why can't this generation and, honestly, the next generation start like actually like realizing that? Because it's a gift. It's a gift that I think gives more to you than like money ever could.
Okay, so
you know what I'm saying?
So you think now, like you said, you said you could go on and on about people are using weed and they don't deserve it. So you think people now, our generation especially, is abusing weed? People are just smoking it without really.
Well,
yeah. What do you mean by that?
I feel like they're not realizing the capitalism that has gotten involved in the legalization of cannabis.
Okay.
There are certain states right now in America that are using legalization and dispensaries to, I guess, give back reparations. That's their way of giving it back. And my thing is, there's like there's counties everywhere across this country where there's some young Black man that was arrested in 2006 for a nick bag, but they're not recanting his case because that state hasn't legalized it. So now they're like that man now that's been in jail for that long has to pretty much look on the news and see people making money for something that he has charges from.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So it's like I think like more needs to be added to the table when it comes to legalization. And I think that of the percentage of Black people that are in the legalization and actually having dispensaries and having farms, I think that they need to like, I don't want to say showcase it because like right now, like, we're in a timid time in our country, but I do think that it's a very big revenue stream that the Black market like has all rights to have a part of.
Okay, so
just because, yeah.
So as Bambalacha, as a Black cannabis owner, how is it being a Black cannabis business owner in the business? Have you experienced any hardships? Is it a loving community? What's it like to be a Black cannabis owner?
I mean, to be honest, when I started this brand, I really wanted to push cultivation, and we also do that through merch. Mm-hmm. But my main thing was to get more people to grow. And as I've gotten into the grow community, I've seen that, if there is a young Black child, well, I don't want to say child, but adolescent that, let's say, wants to experience cannabis and they want to grow it in a way where they don't have to actually worry about, pesticides, certain things, because dispensaries are cool, but there's certain things that comes with that. That's why, like, what I'm trying to offer is like an actual natural way. like, you know, me and my brother actually traveled to Belize like 2 years ago. And, you know, when I was like, you know, in the middle of purchasing some cannabis from a guy that was pretty cool, he was like, yeah, we don't smoke that American weed because there's chemicals on it. And like for a year, I couldn't understand like what was he talking about. And then I started like doing a little bit more research, and I was like, oh, I figured out pretty much like what he was talking about, pretty much. Like,
So, okay, now, whoa, like this is a lot of information to take in. First of all, my weed is being laced. Okay, that's number one. Second of all, how did you get to Belize? What made you, you know, we don't really hear too many Black people just say, hey, I'm going to Belize. What made you decide to go to Belize?
you know, it was a beautiful country. You know, I looked at pictures of it. Me and my brother were always talking about like trying to get to some type of island that was like a Black island. And when we got to Belize, and also like we're big, you know, big fans of the rapper Shine.
Okay.
And a lot of people don't realize like he was actually deported, you know, when he got out of prison to Belize. And right now he is a very high representative in the government.
Yes,
So,
I heard about that. I didn't know if it was true. I was like, is this real?
yeah,
Like, is
yeah,
this Shine like in Belize, like, like
yeah,
in politics? But
yeah,
wow.
like,
So it's a real
yeah,
thing,
like,
and that kind of pushed you guys to say, let's go visit here. And then,
yeah, like we wanted to see how he like how he came from like coming from America, coming from that, and to what he is now. And then like getting over there and just like pretty much like meeting the people, you know, eating the food. Like it was just like, why not make this kind of a permanent thing? Because that's honestly the goal, is to make that a permanent thing. Like some white people retire in Fort Lauderdale because it's good for a white person to retire in a place like that.
right.
I want to retire in a place where there's other Black people and it's tropical. And
Yeah.
Belize is the place for me.
And
There's
it's,
other places,
yeah.
but that's the place for me and my brother. Yeah.
Yeah. Like you said, like, yeah, I would prefer a place where, you know, my marijuana is not just covered in pesticides and
Yeah, like who wants to smoke that? Like, and to be honest, like that's what makes it into like an actual harmful thing. Is like them trying to mass produce it in a way like that. Like the fact that you'll see a rapper like online, like on Instagram, like be pretty much like in a lab coat in a lab with weed. That's not how weed is supposed to be. Like it's grown that way. You can grow it indoor, but you could go to California and see just farms. You can go to Oregon and just see farms, like
not
just farms. Yeah, not in a lab. Like you don't need a lab coat. Like it's natural. Like you don't like when I see the lab coats, I'm like, what are you spraying on there that you don't want on your clothes? Like what is the weed? Like you see what I'm saying?
That's some food for thought right there.
That's weird.
Yeah, so okay, so like let's back up a little bit. So when you first got started with Bambalacha, you said that, you know, pretty much what inspired you was, you know, battling having cancer with one of your family members, right? And that, but at that time, were you still were you unaware of, you know, of the things that you know now? You know, was it?
Yeah,
yeah. How was it?
I was unaware because like I was urbanly using cannabis.
Okay, I like that. Urbanly using cannabis for recreational use, right?
Yeah. And until like I guess like me and my brother like got to the point where we were like, all right, we're gonna actually grow this. And you actually see a flower cultivate, and then you see like what you get off the street. And then you smoke what you actually cultivate, and then you smoke what you get off the street. Big difference. That's all I can say. Yeah.
Wow. Yeah. So did you use pesticides in your plants to grow, or you just it's
all natural oranges. We use orange peels. We use like this is all to pretty much like put in the soil to give it like nutrients. Because like during the 3-month process, it actually needs like nutrients, but you don't have to put like powdered stuff that you can get from Lowe's. Like you can actually get like potassium out of a banana peel. You can get like there's calcium out of eggshells. Like there's a lot of things like natural things that actually help the plant rather than getting a powder that you can easily get at Lowe's. Because that stuff like is not like it's fake. It's like white man made.
It's
If
like
that
high
makes
fructose corn syrup. Like,
yeah,
and I talk about
yeah.
sugar biscuits a lot, and I'm like, I don't want no fake ingredients in my sugar biscuit.
Yeah, like I want sugar cane.
Exactly, not
I feel you.
Sugar out the bag. I want the real deal, okay? I want to crack open that sugar cane and put it in. I like that. So, I mean, what efforts are you taking? So you said you had merch, and in case some of my more seasoned sugar biscuits don't know what merch is, that's merchandise. Okay.
Merchandise.
So
I'm actually wearing one of our t-shirts right now.
I see it, and I like that color. I like the green.
Thank you.
I'm gonna have to get me one.
Yeah.
So, I mean, so you sell merchandise, right? Now, you do anything as you sell merchandise? Like, do you try to like say, hey, let me inform you about this real deal as you sell the merchandise? Because so many people can sell, cannabis related merchandise. So,
well, mainly what we've kind of been working on is just content pretty much. What we have upcoming is pretty much and we're located in North Carolina right now. So what we're doing is we're finding all Black farms pretty much. We found about 50. And what we're trying to do is pretty much actually go out to the farm. We're going to videotape actually meeting some of the owners, trying their foods. Because here's the thing. A lot of the things that are in these Black farms are in Acme. They're in Pathmark. They're in the stores. And a lot of people, and it's not like they name it Uncle Ben's. They don't do that. Like some of them just name it like a family name. So it's like when I went, because I actually have like a t-shirt that's coming out that's pretty much showcasing that. So what it'll have is like a design with Black farmers. And on the back, it's going to have like the name of all 50 farms. Because what the goal is to actually showcase 50 farms that are Black owned in America in 2021.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. Bambalata, this is some positive.
Trying, man. Trying.
Great. Oh my gosh, there's so much more I want to get into, but we got to go into commercial and I got to get the Po News out there. Don't worry, my sugar biscuits. When we get back, we'll make sure we have Bambalacho on the sign off so we can definitely just get your info and definitely chat. Keep it right here.
Indie for your mind, indie for your spirit. It's Wild Radio, so you know you gon' hear it. Whether you like to spit it or you just wanna feel it. Forever indie, baby, and you know we got the spirit. Indie for your mind, indie for your spirit. Indie for your mind, indie for your spirit. Indie for your mind, indie for your spirit. Indie media for the indie spirit on Wild Radio.
All right, world, welcome back to Positivity with Po. And you know what time it is. It's time for some what? Some Po News. Pew, 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 pew. Y'all know I'm crazy. All right, y'all, let's get into our Po News. Wow, that was such a good interview with Bambalacho. We got to have him back, but we're going to jump into the Po News right now. My sugar biscuits, make sure you support Youth Arts and Crafts donation drive, sponsored by BWCC, the group that I'm a part of. Okay, make sure you visit blackwomencc.com. Please send in your donations. If you would like to learn more about what this arts and crafts drive is about, please follow Creative Vibes. That's KREATIVVIBZ. Okay, don't worry, I'll have it up on my page if you want to see that again. Make sure you follow them, they are great. Also, that event is sponsored by UniDMV to help children learn and grow their social skills and their educational skills all in one. It's a great community. definitely check them out, Uni DMV. Also, open mic every Thursday on IG Live, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, called Spit That DC. But you can log on from anywhere in the world at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, and definitely perform. If you're an artist, take a listen. If you just want to get into those vibes, you might catch Miss Po B on there performing her famous poem, Buttered Biscuits. Get to know where Sugar Biscuits came from, okay? Because it came from a spot. It came from a special place, my Sugar Biscuits. All right, that's also hosted by Drew Anderson, aka at From Gumbo to Mumbo. Shout out to you, Drew. Very proud of you. Keep doing your thing. And last but not least, okay, we just doing a whole artist thing right now. Support your local artists. Make sure you go stream Janet by Derek Walton today. Go stream Janet by Derek Walton today. It is such a beautiful, marvelous, just sexy and mysterious music video. Shout out to you, Derek. Can I get a hand clap, producers? So yes, support your local artists today, everybody. All right, including me, Miss Po B, my baby, because I gotta eat. Hello, I'm a sugar biscuit now. All right, and I need some sugar biscuits up in my life. Okay. All right, so that was Po News. When we get back, we're gonna have Bambalacha sign off, so that way you can get all his info, all his details, and get to hear more about, anything he has going on, any type of events Bambalacha might be doing. You definitely want to know about those as well. It's always great to hear about the Black male experience and how to turn, what might have been survival mode into great life skills. I talked about that in my last episode. All right, y'all. When we get back, we're going to sign off. Positivity with Pup.
Everybody get your heel on. Everybody get your heel on. What? Oh, what? Am I the only one who sings to their crystals? If so, you should try it. Whether you're just starting your collection or adding to it, check out Black Girl Crystal Bar. We have an assortment of crystals ranging from rough to polish, spheres to points, jewelry to pins. We've got a little bit of everything. Follow Black Girl Crystal Bar on Instagram at blkgrl.crystalbar and Facebook at Black Girl Crystal Bar. If you see something you like, just yell for the bartender and she'll serve up what you need. Well, let me get back to cleansing and charging these crystal babies. See you at the Crystal Bar.
All right, world, we're back and we're signing off. Bambalacha, I just want to shout you out again, my friend. Thank you so much. Where can the people follow you? And I know that we were talking about you hosting classes by chance about, helping people who might be interested in growing. Do you still offer that as an option with Bambalacha?
Yeah, you could actually find us on Instagram at BOMBA_LACHA. Bambalacha.
One word.
Yeah.
I like it.
Yeah. And we actually do want to actually offer people consultations. We're actually in the process of getting our website set up right now, so we can offer people consultations and everything on starting to actually grow, knowing how to germinate, everything like that. Also, we will have some videos of actual time reels of our next grow, from actual seed to actual flower stage and everything like that. That's to come, because we're going to be starting a YouTube channel pretty soon. Yes. The only thing is just the legality, everything, statewide and everything like that. But honestly, on Instagram, anybody can just send Bambalacha a DM if you just have a random question. Just randomly, just about anything about growing, cultivation, how you started, how you want to do it. If you have a community garden, that's another thing that we want to actually work on. We're actually, in North Carolina, but we're actually from Philadelphia. So what we're mainly trying to do is get back to Philly to try to, work on some community gardens in the area, pretty much. Because there's a lot of cool things going in Philly, and we definitely want to be a part of it, just because it's right up the same alley, and more the merrier. So.
Yeah, I want to say Bambalache was actually just in Philly for Juneteenth, selling your merchandise. I'm sorry I missed you, but how did that was cool?
It went pretty good. My eyes were low, man. That's all I could say.
Oh my gosh, Bambalache, y'all! Make sure you follow them on Instagram. Support Bambalache as well. Support your local artists. Support your local farmers. Okay, you gotta do it. Support your local Black people.
You gotta do it. You gotta do it, man. Because they ain't. You know they ain't. They just gonna take.
We know they ain't. That's right. I support that. And you're very right about that. They don't really care about us. That's a real statement right there. Okay.
But definitely thank you for having me on your show. This was definitely an amazing experience.
No, we definitely got to pick this up, because there's so much more that we need to get into.
Yeah.
To educate everybody on it. I mean, there's just so many different levels as a Black person, on a health level, on a holistic level, like you said, you're off of these things. And I did talk about in the last episode, using not in the last episode, episode 2 of the double consciousness, killing the double consciousness, how you have the best skills, but you don't really know about them or can't use them in a positive way because you're in survival mode. You're in a mode where you're just like, every day I'm just trying to get through the day. So like you said, different recreational uses, but your skills and your talents, once you got out of, well, I'm just trying to get by, and started to realize, wait a minute, I know something about this. You can.
And that's something that happens. You slow down and you start noticing some of these like really small gifts that, like, money can buy you a Bentley and a mansion and everything like that. But like once you start seeing some of these like very small, minute gifts that God has gave us, it's like, all right, well, that's cool, but
talents. Yep. Well, Bambalache, thank you so much. I really appreciated having you on the show. We definitely gonna have you back. Again, follow Bambalache on Instagram. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, that is our Positivity with Poe, Making a Plan, episode 5, okay, the male series. Next week's episode, it's just going to be me and you, my sugar biscuits. Had to come back with another food for your basket. Do you know yourself? We're going to get into that. Do you know yourself? And trust me, this is going to be an episode that's going to make you think more about living for yourself. Okay, my sugar biscuits. Okay, my sugar biscuits. So make sure you tune in next week on Positivity with Poe, 8:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. I'm your host, Miss Poe B. That's it for me, y'all. You know what it is. Indie for your mind. Indie for your spirit. See y'all next week. Bye. Welcome to Positivity with Poe.